You know that moment when you're watching a nature documentary and something happens that makes you go, wait, that can't be real? Well, today I'm about to blow your mind with animal abilities that are so insane they make superhero movies look boring. We're talking about creatures that have literally broken the laws of physics, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at the animal kingdom the same way again. Let me start with something that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about power. A mantis shrimp can punch with the force of a bullet, leaving a gun. Now you might be thinking, come on, how powerful can a tiny shrimp really be? But here's where it gets absolutely terrifying. Their punch creates cavitation bubbles that collapse with the heat of the sun. We're talking about temperatures that rival nuclear fusion happening underwater from a creature smaller than your smartphone. Back in 2005, scientists kept finding shattered aquarium glass with no explanation until they realized these little destroyers were literally breaking bulletproof barriers with their bare appendages. Their clubs move so fast, they create underwater sonic booms that kill prey before they even make contact. The acceleration is over 10,000 times faster than gravity itself. How is this even physically possible? Their bodies work like biological crossbows, storing energy in spring-loaded mechanisms and releasing it in just 3 milliseconds. But that's nothing compared to what I'm about to tell you next. Electric eels generate enough electricity to power 10 light bulbs simultaneously. You've probably seen those viral videos of people getting shocked by small electrical devices, right? Well, imagine that times 1,000. These living power plants can discharge 600 volts in a single burst. That's literally enough to stop a human heart. And the electrical discharge travels through water at the speed of light, making escape completely impossible. Here's what makes them truly terrifying, though. Scientists recently discovered they hunt in coordinated groups, creating electrical fields that stun entire schools of fish like some kind of aquatic military operation. Their bodies contain over 5,000 specialized cells that work like biological batteries, and when they feel threatened, they become living tasers that would make any sci-fi movie jealous. Now, some of you are probably wondering how creatures this small can generate such massive power, and that brings me to something even more mind-blowing. Chameleons have tongues that accelerate faster than fighter jets taking off. You'd expect such precision to be slow and methodical, but their tongues reach full extension in just 20 milliseconds while traveling at 60 miles per hour instantly. The really crazy part? They achieve pinpoint accuracy at these insane speeds through built-in gyroscopic stabilization in their eyes that allows them to track multiple targets simultaneously. It's like having biological targeting computers that work faster than any military technology we've ever created. But here's where things get really interesting. While we're talking about crushing power, let me tell you about grizzly bears. Their bite can literally crush a bowling ball like it's made of paper. You might think that's impressive enough, but here's what makes it absolutely terrifying. Their jaw muscles continue growing throughout their entire lifetime, which means the older they get, the more powerful they become. Zookeepers regularly report bent metal bars and destroyed reinforced feeding devices because these living hydraulic presses generate over 1,200 pounds per square inch of crushing force. A single bite can snap a moose femur, which is the strongest bone in North America's largest animal. That's not just strength, that's engineering that makes human machinery look like children's toys. Speaking of engineering marvels, bald eagles diving for prey reach speeds of over 100 miles per hour while experiencing G-forces that would knock a human unconscious. Their aerodynamic design rivals modern jet aircraft, and at maximum velocity, their talons impact with the force of a small car crash. How do they survive such intense deceleration? Built-in shock absorbers in their legs and specialized tendons that automatically lock their grip on contact. Now, you might be thinking this is all about big, powerful animals, but some of the most incredible abilities come from creatures you'd never expect. Pistol shrimp create bubbles hotter than the surface of the sun. You heard that right. These tiny crustaceans snap their claws at over 60 miles per hour, creating pressure waves that generate temperatures of 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The collapsing bubbles produce sonic booms louder than gunshots that can actually interfere with naval sonar systems. Marine biologists discovered that something smaller than your thumb can create destruction that outperforms million-dollar military equipment. It's like nature decided to pack nuclear-level physics into a package the size of your fingernail. But here's something that'll really mess with your head. Geckos can hang upside down from glass using just one toe, and they do it without producing any glue or secretion whatsoever. Each toe pad contains millions of microscopic hairs that interact with surfaces at the molecular level using van der Waals forces. They're literally sticking to things using the same attraction that holds molecules together. What makes this even more amazing is they can turn their adhesion on and off instantly, allowing rapid movement across any surface while completely defying gravity. Scientists are still studying this technology because it's so advanced that we haven't figured out how to replicate it artificially. Speaking of precision technology, archerfish can shoot down flying insects with water bullets from 6 feet away while accounting for light refraction and adjusting their aim to compensate for optical illusions created by water. These aquatic snipers hit moving targets with over 90% accuracy, which is better than most trained human marksmen. Young archerfish practice for months to develop their legendary skills, creating focused water jets that travel at 25 miles per hour. It's like having biological water cannons with targeting computers that would make military engineers jealous. Now here's where things get really disturbing. Bombardier beetles shoot boiling acid from their rear ends with explosive force, and the chemical reaction occurs at over 200 degrees Fahrenheit inside their own bodies. They're literally creating controlled explosions that would kill most creatures, but they've evolved multiple safety chambers and instant cooling systems that prevent them from burning themselves alive. The chemical cocktail they produce can blind, burn, and permanently scar anything it touches, and they launch it with the accuracy of guided missiles. It's like nature gave them personal chemical weapons that would make military engineers jealous. But perhaps the most mind-bending ability belongs to octopuses. They can completely change their color, texture, and shape in just 0.3 of a second without any conscious thought or planning. Their skin contains millions of specialized cells that work like biological pixels, and they can display different patterns on each side of their body simultaneously. Beyond just color changes, they physically reshape their skin texture to perfectly mimic coral, rocks, and even other sea creatures. It's like having a full-body display screen that updates faster than any technology we've ever created. Here's something that'll make you question everything you know about physics. Basilisk lizards can run across water surfaces for over 20 feet without sinking by creating air pockets with each step that support their body weight. They have to maintain exactly the right speed and angle, or they'll break through the surface, but when they get it right, they're literally walking on water. Young basilisks practice for weeks to master the precise biomechanics required, gradually increasing distance and speed until they've conquered physics in ways that inspire human innovation. And finally, here's something that'll blow your mind about the limits of life itself. Tardigrades can survive in the vacuum of space, extreme radiation, and temperatures near absolute zero. They can remain dormant for over 30 years and instantly return to life when conditions improve. During extreme conditions, they lose 99% of their body water and curl into indestructible balls that can survive exposure to conditions that would sterilize most life on Earth. They can repair massive DNA damage that would be fatal to any other known organism. They're literally redefining what we thought was possible for life to endure. So there you have it. 10 animal superpowers that make comic book heroes look like amateurs. These creatures have been perfecting abilities for millions of years that we're still trying to understand and replicate with our most advanced technology. Which one of these abilities would you want to have? Drop a comment and let me know, and if you enjoyed discovering these incredible secrets of the animal kingdom, Hit that subscribe button because I've got even more mind-blowing content coming that'll change how you see the world around you. Trust me, once you start seeing animals as living examples of physics-defying technology, you'll never look at nature the same way again.